tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers.
Well, Coach, no rain in the forecast. That's the good news, but it is a chilly December day here in the Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. In Seattle, this was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. It's outfield.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Defense had a chance to get off the field here. The opening drive couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll run with Coleman on first down and give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense.
Here we go. Let's 80!
54. Oh, here we go. Oh.
One, Omaha. White.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That burst good for 20 and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
Mike,
Ready?
number 53. Mike, 53.
That would give to the big fullback Juszczyk. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 20. Seven-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. They'll try to pick up the 1st with Eckler. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field.
56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Got it.
Off. 56 to Mike. 56.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd down, McKinnon. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. CD, you know, there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over, Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Let's go, D. Big series.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, McKinnon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the...
Let's go, baby.
Here we go.
And the 49er first down. Shit.
This is Mostert. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Mostert. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back home, y'all.
Here's Mostert. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And Gold is able to put it through, and the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Wilson. Buying time to his left. Complete to Dorsett. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Steps away to his left. Going for Metcalf on the... And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. They've got his man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and through by Myers, and the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. There's Garoppolo to throw. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while. To have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a 3-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown, this offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Now Mostert. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Garoppolo. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Once more, here's Eckler. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll find Metcalf. A good pickup there at 22. They'll run here with Eckler. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. It's Eckler again. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now Myers for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80! Black! Tight. Switch! Stay hot!
Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got him in. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 77 yards. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter.
But they certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and that will shave 1 more off this lead. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Here we go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, let's get sandwich.
21.
50,
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season. Really came on late.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
21. Here we go. 11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
There's McKinnon. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
64,
They'll run it with Coleman. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Frank Clark in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He's back to throw. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On second down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
Touch 50.
Now Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Good job, fellas.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. So a very interesting final chapter to this proverbial book here in this one, because they were in field goal range, could have won it with a field goal, elect to go for the touchdown. I still don't know what they were doing.
As great as this game was and as dramatic an ending as we had, the post-game press conference is going to be key, because they're going to be asking Coach, why not a field goal attempt there? You got an opportunity to win it right there with your guy, and instead you run another play.
Yeah, we might need to stop by that press conference on our way out the back door here.
Yeah, just slow down the plane for us, all right? We got to get an answer before we go.
So for the Seahawks, they'll wind up picking up win number 14 on the year. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, despite the loss here, was a splendid regular season as they'll finish at 12-4. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week.
Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back.